भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति त्वमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Okay, we'll continue from Sloka 4 of 11th chapter. So big chapter once again. Sloka number 4, 11th chapter, 11th canto. Ekasyaiva mamamshasya जीवस्यैव महामते बन्धोऽस्या विद्याया आदिर्विद्यया च तथेतरा. Translation: O most intelligent Uddhava, the living entity called Jiva is part and parcel of me, but due to ignorance he has been suffering in material bondage since time immemorial. By knowledge, however, he can be liberated. So here we are discussing, so two important questions are asked. So many are there. If you would subdivide that, so Uddhava was asking in the last chapter, he was asking the difference between the Nitya Baddhaha and Nitya Muktaha. So this is the, and also he asked how the living entity is entangled. That means Gunaihi Nabadyate. That means Jivatma being in this body, how it is free from the bondage of that gunas. And also he asked Jivatma is Anapavrutaha. That means it is completely spirit. Being its spirit, how it is entangled, or it is getting the entanglement with these modes. So that also question he asked. So now to answer this, so Krishna started replying. So these things, entanglement and also the liberation, both are possible by the Vidya and Avidya. So that is, so Lord's, so Mahamaya, Lord's Maya's Shaktis, that is. Here Vidya means what we took, it is also out of, so Maya. Avidya is also out of Maya. So you should not understand that every time Vidya means is one meaning. It can be the spiritual Vidya, it can be the material Vidya. So both. So here Vidya means what you should take, it is due to Maya. Okay. So in future you are going to get Vidya which is not due to the Bahiranga Shakti, but it is due to the Sarupa Shakti. Like that you will be seeing. So just I want to make you to note this point. So okay, next. In the fourth sloka now what we are seeing, Ekasyaiva mamamshasya Jivasyaiva mahamate bandho asya avidyaya anadir vidyaya cha tatetaraha. So what is this said? Jivatma is getting the bandha because of avidyaya, because of avidya. And that same Jivatma is getting the tadetaraha, that means mukti. So through what? Vidyaya, by the vidya. So this is the point. You should note it. So tatra saridinam iti bahuvachana nirdeshat. Mamayvamshasya jivasya. Here we will be studying we will be seeing the Srila Vishwanath Thakur's commentary. That's a more. Here one important point. Mamamshasya jivasyaiva bandhaha tadetaraha means moksha. So Jivatma is only having the liberation, and Jivatma is only having the bondage. Mamamshasya jivasyaiva. Jivatma is only. Eva means only Jivatma. So Jivatma is only having the liberation and bondage. Jivatma is only, if you say that means, so Lord Ishvara is not having any bondage or liberation. If there is no bondage, there is no liberation also. This conception is not there with him. That means Surya and Amsha. Surya Amsha is rays of the sun. So here what? So Amsha Sthaniya, Surya Kirana Sthaniya. So who is that? Jivatma. So they have bondage. And Surya is not having the. So Surya Sthaniya who? Ishvara. Surya Sthaniya Ishvara. That means in the place of, if you take this example, sun and sun rays. So sun is compared with what? Sun is compared with Ishvara, and sun rays are compared with the Jiva. So yeah. So these Amshas are only having the bondage and liberation. That means, so Ishvara is not having the any bondage and liberation. So this is a point is brought out by the Jiva Goswami. So next, yeah. So yes, all the jivas. So we'll be seeing once again the difference between the jiva, among jivas also. That we'll be seeing in the coming sections. So here, so jivasa is a singular is used. Jivasa is used what? Is a ekavachanam. That means only one jiva is there in this whole universe. What it means? That's like Advaita philosophy is promoting the ekajivavada. There is only one jiva. So then how to refute this? So people may say there is only one jiva. Yes, you see here Krishna is saying jivasya. So then what is the solution for this? How to understand? So for this, so refutation is given by the Srila Vishwanath Thakur. He is saying that ekasyaiva, that means amshasya vibhinnamsha shabda vachyasya prakritim vidhi me param jivabhutam mahabhaho yaya idam dharyate jagaditi maduktehe jivasya मत्शक्तित्वेपि ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूत सनातनः इति मदुक्तेरेव अंशत्वं च इत्यर्थः. Jivatma is Lord's energy. Jivatma is Lord's energy, and Jivatma is Jiva. Jiva is Lord's energy, and Jiva is also what? Is the part and parcel of Lord. Part and parcel of Lord. So how can you say Jivatma is Lord's energy? What is the sloka? No, that is proving only Amsha. No. Prakritim vidhi me param jiva bhutam mahabaho yaya idam dharyate jagat. This is from the 7th chapter. So this is also Prakriti me. That means it is the my energy. Prakriti means my energy. Param. That means it is superior energy. It is my superior energy. Who is that? Jiva Bhutam. That is the Jivas. All the living entities also energy of the Lord. And this is establishing the Jivatma is. So Advaitists, what they say, Jivatmas are direct Shakti of the absolute truth. They don't accept that because they don't accept any Shakti also. But here from the Bhagavad Gita we are showing Jivatma is the direct energy of the Lord, and also it is part and parcel. So then why singular is used here? So here plural you can establish. Plural is established. How? Using the another sloka. What is that? Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam. Chetananam means there are many. So Chetana Padarthas, or which are many, which are also eternal. That means Chetananam is a plural. So it's a Bahuvachan. So that's why there are many. So Jivas are there. This is the point. Then why singular is used here? Then why it is singular is used? Then you may get this doubt. So then to answer this, what is said? So even like example, Maya's vrittis are the avidya and vidya. Avidya and vidya. Of course, these are all avidya and vidya. These are all many are there. So for every jivatma, Maya gives the avidya vritti. That is a function. For every, that means every jiva, it is also so giving the vidya. So that's why, of course, Maya is giving the avidyas to all the jivas, but still you'll be calling with singular avidya. Yeah, Maya's vrittis are what? Avidyas. That means Maya is bewildering every jivatma or not? That means that many vrittis it is having. That means avidyas it is having. But still we call, yeah, even Maya is having many vrittis in the form of avidya, but still we call it as avidya. Similarly, so Lord's energy is having the so vrittis as many jivas, but we are still taking the one jiva out of jiva as one, we say. Like instead of saying avidyas, we are saying avidya. Similarly, so jivas, instead of saying here, jiva is said. वृत्तिबाहुल्य बहुत्वे बहुत्वम एव यथा च माया वृत्तीनां माया शब्दवाच्यत्वम्. So there are many vrittis in the form of avidyas, but still you say only one. Similarly, jiva vrittinam jiva shabda vachyatvam. There are many jiva. Jiva is a one shakti actually. Jiva shakti. It is also having many vrittis in the form of the jivas. So, but still you say jiva. So like that he tried to so justify the word why jiva is used. And also here what he said, nityatvam eva gneyam nityo nityanam bandha mokshakari adya iti ityadvachana avidya dhvamse sati jivasya nirvana ityadi vakyeshu dhvamsana nirvana sabdhabhyam uparama brahma sayujye uchyate. So bandha mokshakari. So mamatanu bandha mokshakari said na. That means this vidya mamatanu bandha mokshakari vidya mamatanu vidyuddhava saririna bandha mokshakari adye maya me vinirmite. This is the third sloka. If you see in this third sloka, what is said? Adye ityadi vachanebhyah avidya dhvamse sati jivasya nirvana ityadi vakyeshu. That means jivatma is surrounded by avidya, is covered by the avidya, and when this avidya is destroyed, then it is getting the nirvana. Here avidya and nirvana are equal to what? Avidya dhvamsa is avidya dhvamsa and nirvana you should take. Avidya dhvamsa means what? So avidya is destroyed. Avidya is the shakti of the maya. Is it destroyed? It cannot be destroyed. What is that? Upararama. That means it is ceased. That's all. That meaning you should take. Nirvana means, here what you should take, Nirvana means going, that means into the Sunyam. No, Brahma Sayujyam. Why these are all specifically here Vishwanath is telling? Because these words are misunderstood by the people through the Sunyavadis and through the Advaitavadis. Advaitavadis avidya dvamsa they say. But here dvamsa means you should not take destruction of avidya. So you should take, so I want pen actually. Can you marker? Okay. Prabhu, marker. Anyway. Yeah. No, say not same. So only thing is, they are saying that Buddhist, they say that Jivatma. So ultimately you'll be having the Sunyam. Finally, everything will be, whatever the material world you see, that is not there actually. That is just you are thinking there is a bottle in your mind, so that's why it is. Now you make this mind zero, then there is nothing. There is nothing. There is no society. There is no no dunya. That means no world. What about the Advaitins? They say that, so there is something which is having nothing. There is a one thing which is having the nothing. Ultimately, what? It is also nothing only. Yeah? Neha nanasti kinchana. Advaitins, what they are saying? There is a one thing which is having nothing. And Sunyavadis, what they say? There is nothing. Only difference is, so they are accepting one which is having nothing, is nothing but the nothing. So that's why it is, everything is nothing. they are nothing. Ultimately, that means Mayavadam Prachannam Bauddham Uchyate. It is a covered Sunyavadam actually. Mayavadam is. What is the point in accepting just something which is having nothing? Say simply it's nothing. So like that. These people, they cheat actually. Actually, the Mayavadi, sorry, so this Buddhist Sunyavadis are very powerful logicians to prove this. And to destroy the Buddhist, so Shankaracharya used the same philosophy with Brahman, that is Advaita philosophy, which is having the nothing. Huh? It's a trick. But to defeat them, he used that. And using the Vedas. It's a brilliant approach. These are all anyway. So nowadays, people's brain became dull actually. So such studies are out. They are nothing. That means present day studies are nothing in front of that. The way the brain functions, the philosophical, polemical, fighting is really, like now you see how the people are fighting. They are using the nothing, physically nothing. But previously kings, they used to carry the 100 kgs sword. The weight of his sword is 100 kgs, 125 kgs. Just recently also. 35 kg, 40 kgs. And just if you go for 100 to 150 years back, they used to carry the 150 kgs, 100 kgs. You cannot weight lift also 100 kg. So such a caliber they were having. Kshatriya means like that. Now what is this? It's Lunjupunj. Lunjupunj Kshatriyas now. Same way Brahmanas also. So Lunjupunj Brahmanas. Previously Brahmana means so powerful actually. He's having such a power caliber. Shastrartha. So such a powerful systems were there, but the standard of the intellectual standard, all the standards went down completely. This is nothing, it's a peanuts, our Acharya's commentaries. If you, peanuts means the complexity wise, if you see, the Buddhist books, it's very, very complex. Like the Advaita Siddhi, that's Advaiti, this Madhusudan Saraswati, he defeated the Nyayamritam. You can see the fighting, how it goes. Intellectual fight, intellectual caliber, the peak, attentiveness. Sarvam. Okay, we'll do that in the Jivasya Anutvam, that is established actually. That one argument. Advaitins, how they are twisting. Oh, what is that? Kali Brahman. He doesn't want now. Okay, then next. Same thing what we discussed. Mama Vamsa Jivaloka sounds are there in the purport. Go to the next loka. Atabhaddasya muktasya vailakshanyam vadami te viruddha dharminostata sthitayoreka dharmini. Ramakrishna Prabhu, translation. Alright.
Krishna Prabhu.
सबको ही ground मारे.
Thus, my dear Uddhava, in the same material body, we find opposing characteristics such as great happiness and misery. That is because both the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is eternally liberated, as well as the conditioned soul, are within the body. I shall now speak to you about their different characteristics.
Thank you. Ekajiva refutation, no. Here the point is Jiva word singular is used. So one may say here why singular is used. We said that this singular is representing all the Jivas. How the avidya, that one word avidya is representing the avidyas of all the living entities. Similarly, that's much. Ekajivavada, it's a refutation, 100 tarikas are there. That is a complex discussion. Now, okay. So here what is discussed in this sloka onwards? Tadevam vyavastham upadya katam varteta ityadi vailakshanya prashnottaramaha. What Uddhava asked? Uddhava asked in the 10th chapter, last ending. He was asking katam varteta vihare kairva jnayeta lakshanai kim bhunjeto da visrujet chaya chaita sitayati va एतदुच्यत मे ब्रूहि प्रश्नं प्रश्नविदाम्बरा नित्यबद्धो नित्यमुक्तो एक एवेति मे भ्रमः. Uddhava asked, hey my dear Krishna, so what is the difference between the nityabaddaha nityamuktaha? I think both are so one, that kind of illusion I have. So please tell about this and how they exist. Katam varteta, how they exist. Katam vihareta, how they move. That means nityabadda and nityamukta, how they exist, how they move or roam around, how they can be known. What are the symptoms of all those? How they eat. So you all explain, please. All can you explain the difference between nityabadda and nityamukta of all these? So like that he asked na. So that answer he started giving now. Tadevam vyavastham upadya katam varteta. That is the beginning. That's a sloka. Uddhava's question, that is katam varteta. So here it is saying that the vailakshanam. Actually, nityabadda, nityamukta, vailakshanam is two types. Vailakshanam, there means difference. Difference is two types. वाह इतना टाइट चिपक जा रही है. नित्यबद्धः and nitya muktah. The difference between nityabaddha and nitya muktah is two types. Yes, one is jiva. Nitya muktah you can take as Ishvara. Difference between jiva Ishvara. Second one is jiva and liberated, entangled jiva, liberated jiva. Jiva Ishvara Bheda, jiva jiva Bheda. Yes, Ishvara you can take as nitya muktah or not, fully liberated all the time, eternally liberated. So that's why jiva Ishvara Bheda, jiva jiva Bheda. We should see both. So this is one. That means difference between the entangled jiva and Ishvara, who is always liberated. And one more difference you should see: entangled jiva and liberated jiva. Like this, it is two types. First, so jiva Ishvara yoho ekam. That means difference between jiva and Ishvara one. And next one is what? Jivanam cha ekam. That means among the jivas. Tatra jiva Ishvara yoho vailakshanyam. First, what will be seeing? The difference between the jiva and Ishvara, that we will see. Difference between jiva and Ishvara you see. So vailakshanya means difference. Viruddha, of course, these two are the viruddha dharmino. You see in this sloka what is said? Viruddha dharmino tata. Tata, oh dear. Sthitayoho eka dharmini. These two are having the two different dharmas. Both are, but they are staying in the eka dharmini. That means in one body, in one place, that is heart of the living entity. The heart. Jiva and Ishvara both are different, having different dharmas, but staying in the ekadharmini, in one place. There is a heart. One is what? Shoka. What are the difference the dharmas? One is, if you take this is Jiva, it is Jiva and Ishvara. It is having always shoka. What is that? Miseries. Miseries, pain. It is feeling pain. It is always in the bliss. Ananda. Shoka. Ananda. Ananda dharma. Dharmavatoho. So what is said in the sense? Nitya viruddha dharminaha. These both are having the different, that means exactly opposite qualities. One is in the pain, another is in the pleasure, bliss. So etayoho ekasmin dharmini means sarire. Niyamya niyantritvena statayoho. How they are existing there? One is niyamya means controlled. One is controlled, another is controller. Like this. That is the meaning of sloka. And once again, we will elaborate the difference between Jiva and Ishvara. This is a basic thing is said. Next sloka, two slokas also telling about the Jiva Ishvara Bheda. So go to the next sloka. Suparna veto sadrisho sakhayo yadruchyaitau krurta nida cha vrikshe ekasthayo kadati pippalannam Anyo nirannopi balena bhuyan. What about these two? These two, Ishvara and Jiva, they are compared with here Suparna, that means two birds. So by chance, two birds have made a nest together in the same tree. The two birds are friends and are of a similar nature. One of them, however, is eating the fruit of the tree. So whereas the other, who doesn't eat the fruits, is in a superior position due to his potency. What is the another further difference? That means one is the in the pain, another is in the bliss. One is controlled, another is in the controller. Few more are there actually. Few more are explained. One, two, now next three. So what is that? Both are Krutanidav. That means they made the same house. Nida means nest. First of all, what is that? Sadrishav. See, each word is important here. Suparnav means Vrakshat Pakshinav. So Dehat Pratakko. That means in a tree, so two birds are there. They are, why here this the example is taken, birds and the tree, because tree and birds are entirely different. Birds are entirely different from the tree. They are not made up of, they are not part of the tree. So that's why that same way here, Jivatma and Ishvara both are fully different from the body. So that's why this it is compared with the birds. That's why it is compared with the birds. So it's a Vedanta. When Vedanta in Bhagavad Gita, in the Upanishads also you'll get this Suparna Urukshat Pakshino Dehat Prutako. That means both are like how the birds are different from the trees, the same way this Ishvara and Jiva are different from the body. And Sadrishav, that means both are having a similarity also. What is that similarity? Both are Chidrupav, both are spiritual. Next what? Sadrishav. Sakhayo, both are what? Friends. Why they are friends? Aviyogat, that means they cannot live without other one. Wherever he goes, his friend also goes. So these are the similarities actually. And Aviyogat and Aikamatya, that means Aviyogat means Aikamatya, they are always together. Next, Edruchaya, Aniruktaya, Mayaya. Edruchaya means here Mayaya. So Aniruktaya, Mayaya. Vrukshate iti vrukshaha dehaha. So this body is made up of Maya. On that, like the, so on that body, in that bodies they are staying. Like example is given, this tree is also, body is compared with the tree. Urdhvamulam avakshakam vruksham yo veda samprati iti srutehe urdhvamulam adashakam asvattham prahuravyam chandamsu yasya parnani yasyatam veda sa vedavit iti smritescha. These are all the different places which are telling about the body and body and the, so how body is compared with the vruksha. So here vruksha, tree is what? Tree is the, so vruksha is the body. And birds are the, so Ishvara and Jiva. Ishvara and Jiva. And vruksha is compared with the body. So that is said in the, in these places. In this what? One is, what is the difference? Tasmin krutam needam niketam hruday rupam yabhyam tauhu tayohu madhyu ekah jiva pippalannam pippalo asvatah deha tasmin annadiniyam karma phalam. So one eats the fruits of the tree. That means fruits of the tree means fruits of the body. That means karma. So another never eat. Is a difference. Hruday rupam. Next one is he is not eating. So khadati bhakshati. Anya ishvaraha nirannaha. That means he doesn't eat. Nirannaha abhokta. Api nijananda triptaha. So second one is not eating, but still it is happy, because it is not eating but still blissful, because it is nijanandaha. That means it is self-dwelling. That means atma ramaha. Self-dwelling. It is dwelling on himself. That's why it is not, even it is not eating the fruits of the tree, but still it is happy. So that means nijananda tripta balena gnanadi shaktya bhuyan adikaha srutischa. So that means it is by using his own potency, it is not eating, but still it is happy. द्वा सुपर्णा सयुजा सकाय समान वक्षम परिश्वाचितयोरन्यः पिप्पलं खात्वत् अनशयन्नयो अभिचाकशीता चाक्षीति चाक्षीति iti. This is an Upanishad statement. So this is the Siddhar Swami saying like this, differences between these two. So here Yadrichya word is taken by the Vishwanath in a different way. So Yadrichya iti vrukshe tayoho asaktyanasakti पूर्वक नीडकरणे तदीय पिप्पलान्न भोजित्वा अभोजित्वे च हेत्वभावः. That means these two birds, they made together one nest, that is heart, and one is having the asakti and another is having the anasakti. He is not at all having any. That means one is having the asakti, another is not having the one is having the anasakti. So tadiya pippalaanna bhojitva abhojitve cha hetva bhava. So they are living in this tree and there are the fruits are there. Why one is not eating? Why one is eating? Why that anasakti is there? It can also eat. Who is stopping? What is the reason? Huh? Why that material is, why it is not eating? Himself is happy, even Jivatma also, but he is eating. Why one is eating and another is not eating?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, the Jiva in the abhava of the Gnana, he is actually eating the fruits, whereas the
Jnana bhava.
Yes, whereas the Lord is completely situated in his own blissful and eternal knowledge, so he doesn't entangle himself with the fruits of the material body.
So everyone is enjoyer or not? Jiva and Ishvara both are enjoyer or not?
Yes, Prabhu, they are
okay,
enjoyers.
Jiva, why it is eating, that you said, but Ishvara should eat.
Ishvara is not actually eating these fruits because he understands that these fruits do not actually give him any bliss, since he is already situated in complete bliss of his own. The process of eating is to get some bliss. So whereas the Lord is fully situated in the bliss, so he doesn't need this.
Hetva bhavaha. There is no cause. Jivatma should stop. Of course, Ishvara Jnanam is not there. What is there? Then he should stop. Stop eating. How can you say Ishvara Jnanam is not there, then he should eat? Is there any rule that? Okay. Tirumala, you got it. Hetva bhava, edrichaya means hetva bhava. Vishwanath is telling. There is no cause. Lord will eat or not is his own. Okay. Smritescha tasmin hetva bhavaha uktaha. Maya avrichita. Okay. That's why I raised this point here. Next, you think on this. तयोः मध्ये एकः जीवः पिप्पलान्नं पिप्पलो अश्वत्थः देहः तस्मिन् अदनीयं कर्मफलम् इत्यर्थः खादति भुङ्क्ते अन्यः परमात्मा निरन्नः अभोक्ता अपि निजानन्दतृप्तो बलेन ज्ञानात्. Okay, next sloka. 7th sloka will go. आत्मानमन्यं च स वेद विद्वान् अपिप्पलादो न तु पिप्पलादः यो विद्यया युक्सतु नित्यबद्धो विद्यामयो यः स तु नित्यमुक्तः. Because the word yadrichaya is used. Yadrichaya means no cause, no hetu in the previous sloka. Like sadhu sangha, you'll get yadrichaya sadhu sangha. So yadrichaya matkatato jata shraddha. Yadrichaya word means no cause, causeless. Okay, Tirumala. Translation, read the translation.
The bird who does not eat the fruits of the tree is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who by his consciousness perfectly
Omniscience.
perfectly understand his own position and that of
Mike, can you on mic?
Yeah. This on. And the conditioned living entity represented by the eating bird. That living entity, on the other hand, does not understand himself or the Lord. He is covered by ignorance and is thus called eternally conditioned. Whereas the personality of Godhead, being full of perfect knowledge, is eternally liberated.
So one more difference. Let us see. Atmano anyam cha saveda vidwan pippaladaha natu pippaladaha. Na apippaladaha natu pippaladaha. Na apippaladaha. So here it is said, sa paramatma atmanam swam anyam jivam cha veda na pippalam karma phalam atti iti sa pippalada. So what is the further difference? He knows him. Ishvara knows jiva. Ishvara knows jiva, but he doesn't know. Jiva doesn't know Ishvara. Just by near to me, my friend is there, I should give to him, he will never think. If he gives, then he will save. He will never give. Mas karma phal is there, and that I have to give to my friend who is just sitting my side. He was apna bharlo pet.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Prabhuji, from the previous verse, I just want to understand this concept.
Yeah.
Where Lord Krishna is saying Yadruchaya, which you said in the translation is mentioned as by chance.
Yes.
By chance, they are actually made a nest together. Is it not that actually by design and by default that the Jiva and the Lord actually occupy in the same body? Why is it mentioned as Yadruchaya in this case? By chance they are...
is here Yadruchaya taken by the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So why they are having the attachment and detachment, and because of attachment they are eating and not eating. So why that is? That is, so they are eating and not eating. That means tadiya pippalana bhojitva abhojitvecha hetu abhavaha. In eating and not eating, hetu abhavaha. There is no hetu. Like that it is taken. Yadruchaya means.
So whereas in the word to word in the verse it is referring to having Kritanido, means to say that they are residing together. So Yadruchaya Kritanido means what? They are actually residing together by chance?
No.
Why it should be like, there should be like by chance?
Word to word meaning just they gave by chance, that's all.
So the actual word of Yadrichaya, I mean the meaning in Sanskrit, what does it mean?
Yadrichya means no,
Coming on its own, isn't it?
no, not just one. That's a Swayam Prakasha. So no particular, that means no reason, no hetu, hetu abhavaha.
Like we also have here this word yadrichaya labha
Like sadhu
santusto.
sangha. So what is the cause? Why one will get the sadhu sangha? Jivatma is getting the sadhu sangha. So what is that cause? So why that sadhu is giving association to that jiva? So yadrichaya. That means so it's completely no cause.
Okay, so in this case also, if we have to understand that every jiva has a residence along with the Lord, which is also having no cause.
No, that is residence they wrote, but that is not.
Because the verse is specifically saying, instead of the translation,
By
even the
chance,
verse is
two birds
saying,
have made it nested. By chance, not by chance. By chance should not be taken there. So that means by chance they are eating, you can take like that. Bhojitve, abhojitve.
Prabhuji, is it that the word sakhya yadruchaya, is that the word which actually goes well with that? Because they are by chance we are friends. Is it how we should understand that? Or
No.
it should be used
By
with
chance should
Kritanida?
go to the another place. They are always friends only, not by chance.
So then, so if they're always their friends, then to be together is by default.
Yeah, that is by default. That's why
So,
Sakaya is there.
correct. So then yadrichaya refers to which particular aspect of
Eating.
this sloka?
Eating.
Eating. So that is for the khaddati.
Yes. Khadati.
Okay, this can happen in the sense by chance they eat together or they don't eat together. That is okay. But it is not with respect to Krutaniro, isn't it?
No.
Okay.
Yes. You understood. Yes, Prabhu. So Atmanam Anyam cha Saveda. That means he knows Anyam cha. He knows himself, Ishvara, and he knows other friend also. Saveda, Vidwan. That's why he is Vidwan. Apippaladaha. But he is not eating anything. Not the Pippaladaha, but Pippaladaha means who eats. Jiva is Pippaladaha. Pippaladaha. Pippaladaha means Adaha means eater. Eating the Pippala means the fruit of the tree. So Pippaladaha is the Jiva and Ishvara is Apippaladaha. Apippaladaha knows himself and knows his friend also, but Pippaladaha doesn't know himself and doesn't know friend also. This is a problem with the Pippaladaha. What? स परमात्मा आत्मानं खम अन्यम जीवम च वेद न पिप्पलम कर्म फलम अत्ति सह पिप्पलादः जीवस्तु न तु स्वम अन्यम च he doesn't know himself swam अन्यम च न वेदा युक् युक्तः सह नित्यबद्धः जीवः. That means he is accompanied by with him, but still he is nityabaddaha. And he is nitya muktaha. Nitya mukta can be jiva also, nitya mukta can be Ishvara also. He is eternally liberated. So nityabaddaha jivaha vidyamayaha. Yaha avidyaya yuk. That means he is accompanied with the jiva is accompanied with avidya. Accompanied with avidya. And that's why he is nityabaddaha. Because everything is one. Ik satu nityabaddha vidyamaya yah satu nityamukta. Ishvara is nityamukta. Why? He is always accompanied with vidya. What is the meaning of vidya here? Sarupa Shakti Vritti. Sarupa Shakti. Ishvara is accompanied with Sarupa Shakti. Who is telling? Srila Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami is telling. Here Vidya means you should not take the Maya is having the two Vidya. That Vidya you should not take. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. The word Vidyamayo here refers to the personification of knowledge, isn't it?
Vidyamaya means here you see, Prabhu. Vidyamaya iti Vidya Shabdena Attar Antaranga Mane Chishaktir Uchyate. Natu Bahiranga Maya Shakti Vrittihi. Bahiranga Shakti Vritti is also Vidya.
Yeah.
But we should not take that. Natu Bahiranga Shakti Vritti.
So this verse is specifically speaking about the Lord who is eternally liberated, and about that Jiva who is eternally conditioned. It is not talking about the two kinds of Jivas. One who is in the influence of avidya is bonded, and whereas one who is liberated because of the vidya.
Yes.
It is not talking about that.
Not that. Bandha Mokshakari Vidya, those both are Vidya are vrittis of Maya. That Vidya is not taken here.
Okay.
Here Antaranga Shakti is taken. Antaranga Chishakti Richate. Natu. Okay. Tatacha Gopal Tapani Shruti. Gopal Tapani Shruti is saying, Dva Suparno Bhavato Brahmano Shabhat Stat Tatetaro Bhokta Bhavati Anyo Hisakshi Bhavati Iti Bhokta Bhoktarau Ruksha Dharme Tishtataha Yatra Vidya Vidyena Vidama Vidya Vidyabhyam Binno Vidyamayo Hi Yah Sakatam Vishayi Bhavati Iti Smritischa. Here it is there. So Vidya means you should take here Antaranga Shakti. Proof is Gopal Tapani Shruti. Okay. These are differences. Ishvara, Jiva Ishvara. That means Nitya Baddha, Nitya Mukti he asked Uddhava. So for that he is all possible conditions. Jiva Ishvara, Jiva you will. Next onwards, 8th sloka onwards, Jiva you will see. We are always covering the, all the purports also, because same thing, commentaries only from that they wrote. So we are already covering. You can easily understand those. Next, Dehastopi na dehasto Vidwan Swapnad Yathotitaha Adehastopi dehastaha Kumati Swapna Drukyatha. Radharani Mataji.
Translation. One who is enlightened in self-realization, although living within the material body, sees himself as the transcendental to the body, just as one who has arisen from a dream gives up identification with the dream body. A foolish person, however, although not identical with his material body, but transcendental to it, thinks himself to be situated in the body, just as one who is dreaming sees himself as situated in an imaginary body.
Okay. Now from here onwards, we will see. So, Atha Baddha Muktayoho Jivayoho Mitaha Vailakshanyamaha. From here onwards, you should just replace Jiva Ishvara with Jiva. Here you replace, they are not in one body. Nitya Baddha, Nitya Mukta Jiva are not in one body. They are in different bodies. And this is also Jivaha. This is also Jivaha. So what are the differences you see? These will not be there now. These are all out. See difference between these two. Dehastahopi na dehastaha. Who is that? Vidwan. That means Nitya Mukta. He is in the body, but he is not in the body. This is Nitya Mukta. Take. Nitya Baddha. Nitya Baddha Jiva. Nitya Baddha Jiva and Nitya Mukta Jiva. He is in body, but he is in body, but not in body. Example is given, dream. Person who woke up from Swapnaduttitaha. Person who woke up from dream. Swapnaduttitaha. How this example is used here to say dehastopi na dehastaha. That means if someone is sleeping and he saw dream in that sleep, so at that time, so he has seen so many things. Now he woke up. After waking up, so what? He will be remembering all the dream, but he is not. So, yeah. So now, but he is not in that body of the Swapna. So it is explained like this. Vidwan Muktaha Samskara Vashena Dehastopi Dehastha na bhavati yata Swapnaduttitaha Badita anuvritti nyayena smaryamane swapnadehe stitopi tatrastha na bhavati. That means after getting up if anyone get up from the dream, so he might be seeing in the dream that tiger is chasing. Now after getting up, he is remembering that event because of samskaras. Because of samskara, he is remembering. Because memory, that means samskara means that traces will be there of that swapna. So now he is remembering. That means he is now, since he is remembering, that means he is in the body of the dream, but still he is not affected by the fear due to the chasing of tiger. Understood? He woke up from the dream. So now he is having those samskaras of the dream. So now he is remembering those samskaras. So that means he is in the dream body, but still he is not affected. Dehastop tatrastha na bhavati. Swapna dehe stitopi tatrastha na bhavati. That means he is now remembering that dream, means he is in that body, but still he is not in that body. Because now he will not get, na. So I am fear of those. So that's why Tadgata sukha dukkhayoho swanishtitatvena apratitehe tatha. So now he will not get that feeling. That means he is now so just that tiger is chasing, just is remembering that, and he will never get any pain of that. Tatha vastutah na dehastopi. But in the case of the what next? Baddha jiva, nitya baddha jiva. So adehastopi dehastaha. Not in the body. He is not in the body. He is not in the body, but still he is in body. What is the example? What is the example? Swapna druk. Person who sees dreams. Dreaming person. So adehastaha. Adehastaha means vastutah na dehastaha. Api kumatihi avidwan dehastaha. Tannimitta sukadukka bhak yata swapnadruk swapnan pashan swapna deha gataha. So any dreaming person, what he is dreaming, that means dreaming means he is creating the bodies and he is entering into that body. That means what? Here he is in his own body or not? He is in his own body, but because of illusion, he is entering into the body of dream body. He is entering into the dream body. So that means what? He is in his body only because of some ignorance, whatever dreams are coming. So because of the otherwise Rajoguna, so he is entering into this dream body, but where he is not really in the, and what he is doing then, he is getting the pain and pleasure. He is getting the pain and pleasure. That means unnecessarily, that means he is not in the dream. That means his dream body means he's not his own body, and now that body is chased by the tiger, so he is worrying that, oh, tiger may kill me, eat me. That means that in the dreaming stage, person you should take as Nityabaddha. To explain Nityamukta, you should take the person who came out from the dream and who is just remembering that dream. So that example you should take to explain the Nityamukta. So how to explain by that? So Nityabaddha, how Nityamukta, how to explain? That means the one who already have seen the dreams. So he wake up from the dream now. And now just he is remembering through the samskaras of that dream. So then he is thinking that, so okay. That means that means he is thinking about the dream means he is in the dream body, but still he is not getting the affected because he knows that this is dream. He is remembering the dream. That means now the tiger is chasing. So while he is remembering also, so I was a man in the forest, and at that time one tiger is chasing. Like that he is remembering. So remembering means he is now in the dream body. That means dehastopi. That means he is in the dream body still. Adehastaha. Because now the chasing of a tiger will not give any pain for him. Okay, you understood this? Mike, can you take Mike?
Practically, Prabhu, when we saw any dream, after we just wake up and for few seconds only, we think that, means suppose we are seeing a tiger is chasing or something like that. We just fearful and we just shout or something like that. And after few seconds only, we realize that we saw a dream. That means we are not in the dream, bro.
Where?
We just recall the dream, but we are not in dream. So, impression or some impression is there, but we are not in dream body.
No, you saw in the nighttime dream that. Okay, you are explaining to your friend. Explaining or you are just remembering. Okay, that means you are remembering means you are now in the dream body. That is a nyaya. What nyaya is here on. That means here it is said that swapnadutitah baditanu vritti nyayena. Badita anuvritti nyayena smaryamane swapna dehe stitah. There is one nyaya. Badita anuvritti nyaya. That means since you are remembering the whole event, so remembering means you are also in the dream.
By seeing the dream in the night, those who are liberated person, those who are not in body. So there is two kind of jiva. One is in body, one is not in body. So, well, by seeing the dream, Okay, the tiger is chasing behind him. So at that time, he gets some any effect like a fearness
Hmm.
at that time.
Yeah, he will get.
So sometimes we also see dream, but after wake up, but we feel nothing. So what is the difference then? I also, of course, one time I saw. That's why I'm saying.
No, when you are seeing the dream at the time, you are feeling fear. Or?
Sometimes I feel, but
Uh.
immediately in sleeping stage, this is I'm seeing dream. In at that time, immediately.
No, that if you get the proper dream, you will never feel like that. You will be worried only. You will worried and all the sweating will come. Then with that fear, you will wake up. Then you will understand, oh, it is a dream. Then once again, you will sleep.
How about same stage for the liberated person?
No, just to explain the Nitya Muktaha, liberated person, this example is taken. That means he saw the dream, someone saw the dream, and after that, he woke up from that dream. Now he is remembering that dream. That means remembering that dream means he is now in the dreaming body. That means Dehastaha means he is in the dream body. So, but he is not affected by the fear, and also he will be remembering tiger is chasing that body, but still he will not get the fear. That means Dehastopi na Dehastaha. That is the point. And in the case of Nitya Baddha, so he is in the dream body, he is seeing the tiger is chasing him, but actually originally he is in his own body. Dream body is only just is imaginary, is created, but he is getting the now tiger is chasing me and he is getting the fear. So that means Adehastopi, that means actually he is not in the dream body. That means originally he is in his own body. Just an example is taken to explain this to Adehastopi Dehastaha, Dehastopi Adehas. गर्म लग रहा है थोड़ा सा. आप इधर आ जाओ आगे, उसके सामने बैठ के तट्टी लगा दी तो टेम्परेचर बाहर से भी अधिक होगा इधर. क्योंकि इधर बैठे तब पता चलेगा. 24 रखो, इधर आ जाओ ना आगे. हाँ, ओके, बट लेकिन इधर तो गर्मी लग रहा है.
आगे आगे.
Okay. Next sloka. Try to understand this Nitya Baddha Nitya Mukta through this example. Indriyairindriyartheshu gunairapi guneshu cha sugruhyamaneshwaham kuryan na vidyan yastvi vikramaha kriyaha, sorry, yasto vikriyaha. An enlightened person who is free from the contamination of material desire doesn't consider himself to be the performer of bodily activities. Rather, he knows that in all such activities it is only the senses born of the modes of nature that are contacting sense objects born of the same modes of nature. We are going to see about the once again Nitya Muktaha. Nitya Muktaha will be seeing here. How Nitya Muktaha will be seeing? So, Guneshu, senses and sense objects. If something is pleasure is coming, he will never see that I am enjoying. So, like sense objects are there, they are also made up of modes, and senses, they are also made up of three modes. So senses are acting in the sense objects. That means modes are working in the modes. So that's all. Why I have to get any attachment or detachment? No pleasure, no pain. He will be always equilibrium. Like Jad Bharat. Like the Sthita Prajna. Indriyaihi indriyartheshu. If he is eating a laddu, so tongue is made up of three modes. Laddu is made up of three modes. Modes are acting in the modes. So everything is modes. That's why ragadi sunya. That's why he will never say that I like laddu and I don't like brinjal. No. He will be free from the any attraction or hatration. Taduktam Gita, so even it is said in the Gita. Tattvavittu mahabhaho guna karma vibhagayoh guna guneshu vartate iti matva na sajjate. Modes are acting in the modes. Like that, he is understanding and na sajjate. Means he will never develop any hatration or attraction towards those. Okay, next sloka. This is who? Nitya Muktaha. Na ahang kuryat. Na ahang kuryat means, so like I am eating, I am doing like that, he will never see. That means he will never, I am eating laddu now, so I am happy. No, that will not be there. Next, Daivadhine Sariresmin Guna Bhavyena Karmana Vartamano Buddhastatra Kartasmi iti nibadhyate. Actually, these Devanagari, they had problem actually in the book. Yeah, they should come and touch the da. Nibadda yate, he wrote. There is spelling. If you see, if you write like this, then one akshara is increasing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ya should come and touch. Yes, it is there in your book also fault. Nibadhyate. Ya should come and touch the da like this. Huh? Proper? Computer it is there. In the book it is not like that. Da and ya both are separately written. So there is a problem. So it is about what? It is about the Nitya Baddha. An unintelligent person situated within the body, created by his previous fruitive activities, thinks, I am the performer of action. Bewildered by false ego, such a foolish person is therefore bound up by fruitive activities which are in fact carried out by modes of nature. So in our diagram where we are now, this is the absolute truth, two paths, Gnana and Karma, Gnana and Bhakti, sorry. Bhakti and Karmi, down is Karmi, up is, so either Karmarpanam people, Karmarpanam. So now Nitya Baddha means, Nitya Mukta means who reached here. Okay, Nitya Baddha means who is here. These two cases we are discussing. He is eternally conditioned and he is eternally liberated. Who reached the highest path of the Gnana. Yeah. And yeah, Jivan Muktaha. He didn't merge into the Brahman still. He didn't merge into the Brahman. To merge into the Brahman, that Vidya also should be out. Vidya Vritti, which is there in the thing. Okay? Vidya Vritti also should be out. So because of that Vidya Vritti only, he is liberated. That means he is not seeing himself as the doer. That means Kartaham Asmi. That means I am the doer. Like that he is not having. All gunas are acting with the guna. Because of practicing of all these sadhanas, so different sadhanas like Yama, Nima, Pranayam, Pratyahar, so and so. So he is able to control so himself. It's a Nitya Mukta, Jivan Mukta. Actually, yes. Still he is in the body, so that's why he is known as Jivan Mukta. Who merged into this Brahman, so we don't see him here. So here, that's why. Indriyahi Indriyadesh. Okay, next. An unintelligent person situated within the body created by his previous fruitive activities thinks, I am the performer of action bewildered by false ego. Such a foolish person. That means karmi, I am doing this activity and I am the enjoyer. Such a foolish person is therefore bound by fruitive activities. This karmi is, which are in fact carried out by the modes of nature. So what is the Gita sloka for this? Prakrite kriyamani gunai karmani sarvashah ahankara vimudhatma kartahamiti manyate. Next sloka evam virakta shayana asanatana majjane darshana sparshanagrana bhojana shravanadishu न तथा बध्यते विद्वान् तत्र तत्रादयन् गुणान्. So 11th sloka. An enlightened person fixed in detachment engages his body in lying down, sitting, walking, bathing, seeing, touching, smelling, eating, hearing, and so on. But he is never entangled by such activities. That means Jivan Muktaha or Nitya Muktaha. So he is not entangled by any of these Parijahati Kaman, that's Sita Pragna in the Bhagavad Gita 2nd chapter. Yeah, Sita Pragnasya Ka Bhasha. So same there, Arjuna was asking how the Sita Pragna speak, how he walk, how he eat, how he so do so many things. Same here also, Uddhava is asking what he was asking. Nitya Baddha, Nitya Muktaha, Katam Varteta Viharet Kairva Jinayeta Lakshanaihi Kim Bunjeta Visrujet Chaitasita Yativa. So these are the different questions. Both are asking same. Vailakshanyam Antaram Vadan Kim Bunjita Ityadi Prashnottaramaha Evam. So that means Uddhava was asking how what Nitya Mukta is eating and what Nitya Baddha is eating. How they are different. So those things are explained here. Anyagatam evam karma mam badnati ityam viraktaha vidvan tata avidvaniva sainasanadishu na badyate kutah tatra visheshu. So whoever is not whoever is a vidwan, so he is not at all entangled by all these. Only gunas are working in the gunas. Gunas are dwelling in the gunas, that's all. Even eating, sleeping, but still he will not get any entanglement. How it is possible actually? He is eating, but he is not attached. He is sleeping, also not attached. He feels. Enlightened person fixed in the detachment engages his body in lying down, sitting, walking, bathing. Okay. Okay, next sloka. This is the thing. Even he is all doing, but he is not entangled. That is the yoga. That means their heart is completely not responding to the anything. It's made like that. Tirumala knows. Tirumala knows. Huh? That means even if Chapanbog is there and are otherwise simple, but there is no. He is not at all attached. Whatever he gets in his plate, he just eats without any segregation. Yes. Yes. No. No. No difference. So because he is always seeing that gunas are acting, how he is able to maintain that consciousness using the everything is made up of three modes and three modes are acting in the three modes. And I am the soul. Because this kind of Sankhya Gnana, this kind of analytical study, so he controlled his mind through this knowledge. Gunaha guneshu vartate. Okay. Want to try? You try today while eating. Oh, this rice is also made up of three modes, and my body is also made up of, my tongue is made up of, tongue is also made up of three modes. Everything is three modes. What is there? Modes are acting in the modes. Modes interacting with the modes. Who am I? I am soul. I am different. Okay, next. Prakrutistopya samsakto yata kham savita nilaha vaisharadhyekshaya sanga shataya chinna samshaya प्रतिबुद्ध इव स्वप्नान नानात्वाद विनिवर्तते. Sandeep Muni bro, yes.
Although the sky or space is resting place of everything, the sky does not mix with anything, nor is it entangled. Similarly, sun is not at all attached to the water in which it is reflected within innumerable reservoirs, and mighty wind blowing everywhere is not affected by the innumerable aromas and atmospheres through which it passes. In the same way, a self-realized soul is completely detached from the material body and the material world around it. He is like a person who has awakened and arisen from a dream, with withdraws his consciousness from the expansion of material variety.
Thank you. How these jnanis, so they practice severely Sankhya philosophy, and also they do severe austerities. What are the sadhanas, jnana sadhanas? So understand the analytical study of the nature is one sadhana, and austerities is another sadhana, and also different austerities they will be studying about the Brahman, about the soul. So they are studying about the soul. So like this, and also they are doing the yama, nima, pranayam, all these pratyahar. So by this, what they will be? They will be separating themselves with the completely body, and so everything they are clearly. So whatever they studied, they understood that they try to practice like this. Yeah, Sankhya and Yoga both are friends. Both. And Vaisheshika and Nyaya both are friends. Purva Mimamsa and Uttar Mimamsa both are having the little connection. Okay. So like that, finally this Nitya Mukta, how several examples are given here. Examples are yatha kam sarvatra sthitamapi na sajjate. Air is going here and there. It is now in this house. Will it say it is my house? It is going tomorrow, next minute in that room. It is not going to say it is my room. It is going to on the another place. It is going everywhere, but it is not attached to anyone. That like that, the celebrated person. So he is not attached to anyone. Even he is so coming across so many sense objects. Like the sun. Sun is reflecting on the different ponds and different water accumulations. So, but still, sun is not at all attached to the any sort of that reservoir of the water. It is reflecting everywhere. But it is not saying that I am reflecting here and it's mine. No. So Pratibimba yatha anilaha sarvatra sancharan api. So like this. So sky is also is everywhere, but it is not attached to anyone. Space, sky means space. So like this, these are the examples are given. Next sloka. So he is a person who has awakened and arisen from dream. With expert vision sharpened by detachment, the self-realized soul cuts all doubts to pieces. That's why this self-realized person, this Gnani, so he is like a person who wake up from a dream. Everything he differentiate. That means through the philosophy of Sankhya, modes and body, spirit. Modes are different, spirit is different. Next, yasya syurvita sankalpa pranendriya manodhiyam vrittayah sa vinirmukta dehastopi tadgunaihi. Ramakrishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. A person is considered to be completely liberated from the gross and subtle material bodies when all the functions of his vital energy, senses, mind, and intelligence are performed without material desire. Such a person, although situated within the body, is not entangled.
Yeah. Yah syuh vita sankalpaha pranendriya manodhiyam vrittayah sa vinirmuktah dehastopi tadgunaihi. That means this person who reached to the highest stage of this self-realization, path of the jnana, self-realization. So such a person is what? So vita sankalpaha. That means he doesn't have any desires, no material desires. No material desires. This I want, that I want, no material desires. So vita sankalpaha pranendriya manodhiyam pratyah. That means even his mind is functioning, his senses are functioning, his body is functioning, everything is functioning, but he is in that, but still he is not at all affected by anyone. Vinirmukta, he is completely detached. All his doubts are cleared. Asangena, because of the detachment, all his doubts are completely destroyed. Nanatva dehadi prapancha. Next, yasyatma himsyate himsaihi yena kinchit yadruchaya archyate va kvachit tatra navyati kriyate buddha. Mataji.
Translation. Sometimes for no apparent reason, one's body is attacked by cruel people or violent animals. At other times and in other places, one will suddenly be offered great respect or worship. One who becomes neither angry when attacked nor satisfied when worshipped is actually intelligent.
Evam, 15th. एवं तावद् बद्धमुक्तयोः स्वसंवेद्यम् एव वैलक्षण्यम् इदानीं कैर्वा ज्ञायते लक्षणैः इत्यस्य उत्तरया वै परैरपि सुज्ञेयं वैलक्षण्यमाह यस्यात्मेति त्रिभिः. Sometimes for no apparent reason, one's body is attacked by cruel people or violent animals. And other times, in other places, one will be suddenly be offered great respect or worship. One who comes neither angry when attacked nor satisfied when worshipped is actually intelligent. Dukkeshu anudigna manah, sukeshu vigataspruha, vitaraga bhaya krodha. So he is not having any fear, or he is also not having any pleasure actually. Archate. If someone appreciate, he is not so full nahi hai. That means he is not so excited. Yeah. So that's why these are the different. If Uddhava is asking how to identify the this nitya muktaha, nitya baddha, what are the different symptoms? This is one of the symptom. So we are seeing here. This is one of the symptom. That means if someone appreciate also is not raising up, or someone is scolding or violently behaving, but still he is not depressed. Next, nastu veta nanindyeta kurvata sadva sadhuva vadato guna doshabhyam varjita samadrugmunihi. Sandipin Manipur.
Saintly says sees with equal vision and therefore is not affected by that which is materially good or bad. Indeed, although he observes others performing good and bad work and speaking properly and improperly, the sage doesn't praise or criticize anyone.
Yeah. So performing, that means indeed, although he observes others performing good and bad, that means no guna dosha. Someone is doing good, he will not appreciate them. Someone is bad, he will not scold them. No. Someone is speaking nicely, no appreciation. Someone is not speaking nicely, no, yeah, depreciation. Same, doesn't praise or criticize anyone. Nastu vita nanindeta. Sadhu asadhu. Even if someone do good or bad, he is not responding to anyone. Next, 17. Na kuryat na vadet kinchan na dhyayeta sadva sadhuva atma ramo naya vritya vichare jadavan munihi. Tirumala, read. मेरा एनर्जी खत्म हो गया.
For the purpose of maintaining his body, a liberator says should not act, speak, or contemplate in terms of material good or bad. Rather, he should be detached in all material circumstances and taking pleasure in self-realization. He should wander about engaged in this liberated lifestyle, appearing like a retarded person to outsider.
So finally, what? This person who reached to the self-realization, Atma Ramaha, dwelling in the soul. I am soul, I am not body. So that's why he's completely aloof from all the reactions of the modes. Something coming good or bad, he is not at all reacting all this. So how he is? Jadavat Munihi Vicharet. And also he doesn't have any destination. Today I should go here, tomorrow I should go there. No. No Ragadvesha. And no destination. Nothing. No boat festival. Acha. In boat festival, what is this? Acha, acha. Yeah, these Gnanis will not go. Gnanis will not go. Okay. So they are always karmanyudasinaha. They don't have any. So how this karmi, finally this karmi in the association of the, so Gnanis became the karmarapanam. Then after that he practiced the various in the guru. So he practiced knowledge. He understood the difference between the modes and the spirit, and finally he reached stable. So you all understood? Such a, now he doesn't have any determination. I should do this Aswamedha yaga, that yaga, that no. Etanyeva sarvani mumuksha sadhanani gnatavyani. Like this, he is practicing various limbs of the gnana sadhanas. Like this. Many are there. Next. Atma Rama Hurte Vicharet Jadavat Munihi. 18th. Shabda Brahmani Nishnato Na Nishnayat Pare Yadi Sramastasya Sramafalo Hyadenumiva Rakshataha. So next it is said that if through, okay, Ramakrishna Prabhu.
Sorry.
Yeah.
If through meticulous study one becomes expert in reading Vedic literatures but makes no endeavor to fix one's mind on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then one's endeavor is certainly like that of a man who works very hard to take care of a cow that gives no milk. In other words, the fruit of one's laborious study of Vedic knowledge will simply be the labor itself. There will be no other tangible result.
Okay, Jadavat Muni, this person is roaming like a, that in the previous sloka. Why, what is happening here? Why this Shabda Brahmani came in between? That we'll understand now. Where is he? Detachment, car detachment. Detachment is here. Here. Just about to get the marriage into the Brahman. He fully fixed in this. So only difference is he didn't marry into the Brahman. That's all. He got everything. Yeah, he's in a liberated stage. Jivan Muktaha. We discussed till now Jivan Muktaha. Here he is. Just one simple thoda sa bacha hai bas. That Vidya Vritti should be finished. Then he will merging into the Brahman. This is Brahman. This is Brahman. So now here he is Gnani. He is a Gnani. He became perfect Gnani. Okay. Jivan Mukta. All of a sudden, 18th, what he started telling? He is telling that Bhakti, about the Bhakti. This 18th sloka is telling about Bhakti. Purvam Gnana Yogam Uktva Aduna Bhakti Yogam Udbhavayatum. To establish Bhakti Yoga. 18th sloka is there to establish Bhakti. How it is going to establish, that we will be seeing now. Atra Parabrahma Padena Paratmatram Uchyate Natu Brahmatva Bhagavatwadi Vivekena iti gneyam sarvatra tat samanyat. Here pare means you should take both Brahman or Bhagavan. That difference you should not see here. Para means. So that means Shabda Brahmani Nishnato. That means he became expert in reading the Vedas. Nanishnayat pare yadi, but he didn't become expert in the Brahman means Samahatasya. What it mean? This Jivan Muktaha, para means this Brahman or Bhagavan is known as Paratattvam or Para. So when he will become when will he be go and merge into this Brahman? When? This Jivan Muktaha. When he will become into Pare Nishnayat means getting the Brahman. When he will get the Brahman? When that? Kya bolte? Vidya is also destroyed. So then he will get the Brahman. That means what he needs here? Without bhakti, this Jivan Mukta cannot get Brahman. Without bhakti, this Jivan Mukta cannot get Brahman. He will, even if he reach to the Jivan Mukta stage, if there is no bhakti, so Vishwanath Chakravarti is writing. So kincha Bhagavati Satchidanandamaya Karatva Bhavanaya Bhaktin Kurvita Tadaiva Ayam Ukta Lakshano Mukta Jiva Siddhyat Anyatha to Patet. If this Jivan Mukta doesn't have bhakti support, even he can fall down. How he can fall down, Jivan Mukta? He is seeing everywhere. Everywhere what? Modes are working in the modes. If modes are working in the modes like that, if you see, if Vaishnava is traveling in front of him, he is also seeing this Vaishnava is also in the body, that is the modes. So modes are working in the modes. And he didn't respect them. Then what will happen? Ishmad, that means Anadruta Ishmadangrayaha, Patet Tato. That means he will be falling because he is disrespecting the devotees. This Jivan Mukta have good chance to disrespect the devotees. Then what will happen? So then there is no Bhakti Shakti because there is no sufficient Bhakti with him. Then what will happen? This Jivan Mukta, because of disrespecting the Vaishnavas, that disrespect of the Vaishnava can be finished by the influence of the Bhakti. But he doesn't have any sufficient Bhakti. Then what will happen? He will Jivan Mukta fall down once again. Mic, you take mic. Okay. So Jivan Mukta can fall down from this place also. So that is the point. That's it. To say that Jivan Mukta needs the support of the Bhakti to progress further. That means to merge into the Brahman. To say that this sloka is coming here. So he became Jivan Mukta, but he doesn't have Bhakti. Then it is like protecting a cow without, who doesn't give any milk. So Shramayevaha Falaha. So you see in the next sloka it is explained further. So I'm not able to hear, Prabhu. So here Tadevam, so Bhakti Tattvadi Vivekena iti gneyam sarvatra tasamanya. So here Vishwanath Chakravarti is saying, Kincha Bhagavati Satchidanandamaya Karatva Bhavanaya Bhaktim Kurvita Tadeva Ayam Mukta Lakshana Mukta Jiva Siddhyet Anyatha Tu Patet Ityaha. Shabde Veda Shastre Brahmani Tat Pratipadya Nirvisheshe Brahmani Cha Nishnataha विशिष्ट ज्ञान कुशलः विशिष्टानुभव कुशलश्च किन्तु परे ताभ्यां सकाशादपि परमाश्रयत्वेन श्रेष्ठे भगवती न निष्णयात् भक्ति कौशलैः यावन्न भवेत् निष्णात शब्दस्य कुशलार्धत्व भगवती सच्चिदानंद. अच्छा, very good. He completely. So that means Vishwanath Chakravarti is clearly explaining. Ultimately, this Jivan Mukta, if he doesn't have the sufficient bhakti, there is a good chance to fall down. And even he understood the Brahman, that means, but he cannot go back. There is need of bhakti to go further. Lesha Matra Bhakti Sambhakti. So next sloka. It is a very important sloka, 18 and 19 also. Gam dogdu deham asatim cha bharyam. Sorry, Gam dugda deham asatim cha bharyam. Deham paradhinam asat prajam cha. Vittam tvatirda krutamangavacham. Hina maya rakshati dukkha dukki. Mataji.
Translation. My dear Uddhava, that man is certainly most miserable who takes care of a cow that gives no milk, an unchaste wife, a body totally dependent on others, useless children or wealth not utilized for the right purpose. Similarly, one who studies Vedic knowledge devoid of my glories is also most miserable.
Yes. Srila Jiva Goswami is writing very important commentary on this. Tadevam shabda brahmabhyasasya parabrahmabhyasah prayojanam इत्युक्तम सर्वेषु अंशेषु विशेषतः उपनिषद भागे शब्द ब्रह्मणः तत्प्रतिपादकत्वे स्थितेपि तद्विचारकोटिभिरपि पर ब्रह्मनिष्ठा न जायते किंतु यस्या तस्मिन् अंशे श्री भगवदाकार परब्रह्मलीलादिकं प्रतिपाद्यते तद अभ्यासेनैव भगवदाकारे च निष्ठा जायते तदुक्तं संसार सिन्धुं मदिदुस्तरं मदिदीर्षोर् नान्यः प्लवः इत्यादि श्रुते श्रेयश्रुतिं भक्तिमुदस्य इत्यादि च अतः एव मदीय लीला शून्यं वैदिकीम् अपि वाचां नाभ्यसेत् इत्याह द्वाभ्याम्. Gam iti. What is said here? So Srila Vishwanath Jiva Goswami is taking very special way. So what we understood in the 18th sloka, without bhakti this Jivan Mukta, very good chance to fall down. So now bhakti Shabde, that means if one is very much expert in the Upanishads, that is not sufficient. Bhakti is established here in this. So one is practicing the Upanishads. But if he doesn't study the past tense of the, or if he doesn't hear the glorious past tense of the Lord, then that study is not going to give any value. That we are going to see now. Shreya Srutim Bhakti Mudasya and all, what they are saying. So Tadevam Shabda Brahmabhyasasya Parabrahmyabhyasa Prayojanam. Whenever is studying the Vedas, what is the purpose of studying the Vedas? Shabda Brahma means studying the Vedas. Purpose of studying Vedas is what? Parabrahmabhyasa. That means knowing about Lord. Veda is chahamev vedya. That means knowing the Lord. Krishna. This is the prayojan actually. Sarvesham visheshta. That means Vedas is having so many amshas. What is that amshas? It is having the Samhita. How many amshas are there? Samhita is also known as Mantraha. Mantra part is there. Brahmanas are there. Brahmanas.
Aranyaka Upanishad.
or open. That means these Upanishads are establishing about what? About the absolute truth. So Pratipadakatvi, of course, Upanishads establish about the Brahman or absolute truth. Sitepi tad vichara koti. That means Upanishads read by whom generally? By the Jnanis. They read the Upanishads and they try to contemplate on that Upanishads. क्या कुछ काट दिया. So Upanishads who are reading, so generally Jnanis, they read the Upanishads and they contemplate. So such a Jnanis who read the Upanishads and contemplate on the absolute truth, vichara kotibi rapi parabrahmanishta na chayate. So after contemplating the Upanishads, if they don't get the nishtha in the parabrahma na chayate, kintu, that means by reading the Upanishads, so Jnanis, they don't get the full nishtha, that means steadiness in Parabrahma by just reading the Upanishads. But what kintu means but, yasya tasmin namshe, but in this Vedas, but if someone in this Vedas, tasmin namshe Sri Bhagavadakara Parabrahma Leeladikam Pratipadyate. So in this Vedas, so that portions, those portions which describe Lord's pastimes. Which describes Lord's pastimes. If you go through those, Sri Bhagavadakara Parabrahma Leeladikam Pratipadi, Tadabhyasena, by practicing those portions, studying or hearing those portions, what will happen? Bhagavadakara Nishtha Jayate. Then he will get the Nishtha in Bhagavan. What it means? Jnanis, they read the Upanishads and they should get the Nishtha in Parabrahma. That may not happen. That is Brahman. Parabrahma means Brahman. But devotees, they are studying the portions which describes the Lord's pastimes, the portions of the Vedas which describe the Lord's pastimes. If they go through that, then they will definitely get the Nishtha in Bhagavan. It is not having the guarantee. Guarantee here. What is here? Understood? Upanishad Bhake Sabda Brahmana Tat Pratipadike Stitepi Tad Vichara Koti Virahi. So people who contemplate on Upanishads, they may not get they don't get Nishtha in Parabrahman. But devotees who study the parts which describe the Lord pastimes in the Vedas, so by practicing those portions, they will be getting the Nishtha in the Lord, Supreme Lord. So Nishtha in the Parabrahma in the form of Bhagavan. So it is also said in the Samsara Sindhum Atidustaram Uttitirshor Nanya Plava. This you all remember. That means whoever is trying to cross this material ocean through the boat of the Lord's lotus feet, so they can easily cross. But the Jnanis, by their own energy, they try to cross this. They cannot cross. Same way, Shreyas Srutim Bhakti Mudasya. So that's why without bhakti, ultimately what this Jivan Mukta also needs some bhakti. Otherwise, he cannot get the Brahman also. That's not possible. Jivan Mukta also. That is the point he wants to say. That's the principle. So it is compared, is like with, this is the point so Krishna is establishing, slowly he is bringing to the topic towards devotion. He said everything. Oh, how this Nitya Baddhas, Nitya Muktas, and how the Nitya Mukta is behaving, Nitya Baddha, everything he said. Even in the previous chapter also, you have seen. So he discussed about the karma, and before actually Gnana, actually how in the 13 slokas, how to get the liberation. He explained. Then after that, so using the Jaiminis Mata, so he is rejecting the Jaiminis Mata there, Jaiminis opinion, and he also rejected the Karma Siddhanta. So finally, he come to the modes. Modes are the cause. Then what? So then after that, Krishna was explaining about these modes. Then final sloka. Then Uddhava asked questions. Then once again, so he explained about Nitya Baddha, Nitya Mukta. So he explained the Nitya Mukta person. Then finally, so that Nitya Mukta also, that means liberated person. So will be successful with the bhakti only. He wants to say that. So that's why he said, and bhakti, if one deliberate on the Upanishad, by that he don't get nishtha in the Brahman, but who is studying the past tense of the Lord, they can get. That means bhakti is the important thing, is needed. Without bhakti, so it's like a studying the Upanishads without bhakti. What it will be? Gam dugda doham asatim cha bharyam. So my dear Uddhava, that man is certainly most miserable who takes care of a cow that gives no milk and an unchaste wife. Asatim bharya. A body totally dependent on others. Useless children or wealth not utilized for the right purpose. Similarly, one who studies Vedic knowledge devoid of my glories is also most miserable. That means he is studying only Upanishads hours and hours and deliberating on the Brahman. He will never get any nishtha in Brahman. When he study, also when he study the past tense, then only. That means without bhakti, he cannot get nishtha in Brahman also, without studying the Leelas. Okay, Tirumala, you understood? But Krishna Bhakti will help, no problem. At least you are doing that. Next what? Next what? No, next. Okay, we will see next. I'm feeling tired. You'll see on Monday. Okay, any question? No. One more slogan is there, but okay, body is energy drained. Thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada.